Saturday, February 11th. It's about 32 degrees. Doing something a little different this trip. Got my buddy Dan behind me in his Jeep. Ladies are not with us. And I'm not taking the trailer on the rooftop tent. Gonna sleep in the Jeep this time. So Dan's got his rooftop tent, but I don't think he's gonna open it up. I think he's sleeping in his Jeep too. Just don't want to deal with the moisture. Trying to dry him out in the middle of the winter. It's kind of tough sometimes, but first things first, we're gonna stop here in Reed City and hit 7 Slot Grill for some breakfast. Alright, so we had our late morning breakfast, so we're back on the road, and we ran up the highway a little farther north from Reed City, and now we're back on the back roads, and we're noticing more snow up here than what we had. We had a pretty good snowstorm a while back, but we ran into some warm temperatures and some rain, and that got rid of most of the snow at our house. But up here, there's more snow still, and it is, according to my dash, it's 37 degrees out. So
alright, we're gonna try to dive in on one of these. I think maybe the next.
So if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm not much of a morning person either. I'm not much of a winter person. I think we're questioning right now whether this trail is gonna go much further, or if we're gonna have to find a place to turn around. But yeah, I'm not much of a winter person anymore. The older I get, the less I like being cold. But we live in Michigan, so kind of better to get out and make the best of it, enjoy it.
I don't know, this could be a little sketchy up here.
Trail's getting narrow, and we're thinking we might have to abandon this one. But yeah, like I was saying, just got to get out and enjoy it, make the best of it, and this is just beautiful right now. Like I said, I don't like being cold. I'm not a big winter person, but these snowy trails, getting out here, and I love being in the woods, but throw all this white snow on it, man. It is beautiful out here, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't worried about trail scrapes. We're beyond that. Part of the business of getting out on the trails like this. Oh, you're stopping. I think we're gonna talk about this one. We're gonna stop and get out of the Jeeps and have a discussion here. Alright. So we went for a little hike up this hill, and it literally ends in the woods. Somebody comes back here and camps. So this trail does not go through. So right now, Dan's getting his Jeep turned around. He's gonna partially turn around in a spot where we can get off the trail. Hopefully, he's spinning. Once he gets up out of the way, then I'm gonna pull past him, and then he'll be able to get out where I'm in the way, and then I'll be able to turn around where he's at. Alright, I found a spot to get turned around here. Dan's coming. There's a couple spots where these branches are leaning pretty close to the trail. I actually caught my mirror, flipped it around, so fortunately they break away on purpose, so I was able to pull them right back into position, but some of that spot's got a little narrow coming out backwards. Well, this is a pretty little trail to nowhere, which is kind of nice if that's what you're looking for. It's a dead end out in the woods, nice little camp spot, and along the way there's been 3 or 4 nice looking spots that would be good. I don't know how busy this is in the summer, but they look like potentially good campsites. On that trail we just came off of, we saw some bobcat tracks. The first ones we noticed when we got out of the Jeeps and we were walking up the hill, and I didn't take any of my cameras with me, GoPro or my phone, while we walked up there to check out the trail. But as we were coming back out, we saw another set of bobcat tracks. We're thinking of bobcat, they're cat tracks. So I grabbed my phone and reached out the window, so I'll put that picture in the video right here. Let's see, we're at about 12:40, almost 12:45 in the afternoon, and according to my dash, it's 42 degrees and it is sunny. It's a beautiful day out. It's amazing how 42 and sunny can feel so good sometime of the year, and 42 other times of the year just feels so bitterly cold. But yeah, right now it's a beautiful sunny day in February in Michigan. But out on some beautiful trails with good friends, so good day. Alright, so where we're at is the Manistee National Forest, and this is just a beautiful part of Michigan. We love getting out here. Unfortunately, there's people like this, dumping their old TV and homemade cabinet, whatever. Don't be this guy. Kind of narrow here in the red pines. Some of the red pine forests like this in Michigan, I don't know if this one was. This one looks pretty natural, but some of these red pine forests, they were areas that were logged out. And years ago, I don't know if it was in the 50s or 60s, I was told the Boy Scouts, and I think with the Forest Service, came out and replanted. And those red pine forests, you can usually tell because they're very straight lines of trees, where this is pretty random like a natural forest. But a lot of red pines right here, it looks like, and then of course some hardwoods mixed in. Just a beautiful part of Michigan, and really pretty right now with the snow. Coming up on another trail. We gotta make sure this is a legal trail. Okay, so where we came out on this trail, we met up with a heavy traffic snowmobile trail, snow machines. So we're gonna get off of this. We're not driving on it. We're turning around because the trail we're on came to it, and this trail is closed to Jeeps. So we're gonna get back on the trail that is not snow machine only, and the trail we came in on. So we're just turning around, going back out on the trail we came in on, so we don't get on this trail that we're not legal to be on, and get back out to the road and go find another one. So up in this area, there's still trails that are open to Jeeps in the winter, but then there's a lot of trails that are...
be doing some backtracking.
There's a lot of trails that are closed to Jeeps and only open at this time of the year to snow machines. And some of them move down trails pretty fast, obviously. So we don't want to get into any bad situations, and definitely don't... One, we don't want to be on a trail illegally. Two, we definitely don't want to be on a trail that we could cause somebody to get hurt if they come around over a hill or around a curve and either hit us or go off trail into the woods because of us. So we definitely want to be safe and legal. So like I said, we're turned around. We're going back out on the trail we came in on, get back out to the main road and go find another trail that's legal to us. So as I showed you by the sign, this is what's called the seasonal road. And it doesn't mean that it's closed during specific seasons. What that means is it's impassable, potentially impassable during certain seasons, which makes it that much more attractive to Jeeps and off-roaders. What it means is, I don't know if you could read it on the sign because the GoPro, I know it is a ways away, but what it means is it's not maintained. The county doesn't plow this. When you see a seasonal road sign, that's where the plowing stops. Now, the first part of this road does look like it got plowed, but it was probably by one of the residents that live at the beginning of the road there. Where we're at now, deeper in a little bit, it's less. It still kind of looks like somebody plowed it at some point, but there's snow over that. So it's just less traveled because people do live out here on these seasonal roads, but it's out there a little bit. So
well, now I'm looking at it and it gets tight, it looks like.
Okay, are you just gonna turn around, or what are we gonna do?
Well, maybe it's not too bad. We can keep either going straight or hit that one.
Yeah, whatever you decide, I'll follow you. So, where was I? Trails. We take the seasonal roads in, and off the seasonal roads, we get into a lot of trails. I gotta turn the other camera on because Dan's struggling in the snow right now. Do you need a hand?
Am I on something?
I think you're just sunk into this wet, heavy snow. So I think you're kind of sitting in holes and your tires are just spinning in the holes you're in.
We'll see what it looks like.
Okay. It's good snowball snow.
Oh, I know it.
So we found this trail right now that we're going up. So far the whole thing's been uphill and narrow and some ruts, and definitely getting some wheel spin going. But so far we're we're still moving. As I say that, we got getting into a little bit of some good wheel spin going now, both of us. Dan's right in front of me right now.
He's digging.
He said it's digging. He's in a Rubicon. He's got his lockers.
You having as much trouble as I'm having?
He's asking if I'm having as much trouble as he's having. I seem to be crawling along. I'm getting some wheel spin, but I don't seem to be getting as much as you are. I don't know if I just got deeper lugs or what. So we're still moving forward, but yeah, he seems to be spinning a lot more than I am, I think. I don't want to get up too close to him, but I also don't want to lose any momentum I've got.
This is going to be a problem.
He says this is gonna be a problem. I don't know if you can hear him. Just keep moving if you can. Right when I say just keep moving, he came to a stop. I didn't want to lose my momentum and keep going because we're backing up. The problem is too is this is a narrow trail. There's nowhere to turn around. We're gonna have to back up quite a ways. He backed up some, and now he's gonna, I think, get another run at it.
I'm gonna put it in 4 low.
Oh, he is in 4 high, so he was getting more wheel spin. I'm in 4 low already. That should make a difference. He's got good off-road tires, it looks like. So I don't know if it's just that he's in 4 high, not 4 low. Oh yeah, he's moving along better now. I would have the camera, but right now it's stuck to the back of his Jeep, kept videoing me sitting here. He weighed it a little farther, but didn't make it.
Am I getting down to the dirt at all?
Yeah, I can see dirt. Like a mixture of dirt and snow, like you're peeling some of it up. He's going again. He's still moving. He's making it a little farther. I'm probably going to edit this because you're sitting here staring at me, watching him go up and down the hill, rambling. But we got a little bit steeper section of the hill here, and the video will never do justice of the angles of the hill. But it's a decent incline, but of course we're in the snow. So he keeps backing up to this spot pretty much, and then going, and he's making it further and further up each time. So I didn't realize he just radioed me and said he's going to engage his front locker. He didn't have both lockers going, and he's been having a little trouble with his rear locker. Are you up? Are you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. I couldn't tell from here where it crested and if you're still trying or stop. So, okay. I'm going to give it a whirl. We're just walking a little bit to check out the trail. One concern is that log in his rooftop tent. He's got a hard shell rooftop tent, so we're not sure if he's gonna clear that. And then how narrow this is getting. Well, it's not that narrow, but we just want to make sure that we're not getting down into something we can't get up out of. All right, so a couple of factors just come into play. I made it up the top of the hill. We're at the crest. We're getting ready to go down, but there's a log over the top of the trail. It's up there pretty high, so a lot of people can get under it, but with his roof nest on top, he ain't gonna clear it. We didn't want to cut it, take the time to cut that log. We're gonna turn around. The other thing is, at first we didn't know if once we got down that, what we were gonna have to come up, go back up. If we didn't want to get stuck in a snow valley that we couldn't get out of. So I'm gonna turn around. We're gonna turn around here, but I did turn on the topo map in Gaia, Gaia's awesome. I'm loving it. I turned on the Gaia topo, and we were able to see that we're at the top of it. If we would have went down that trail, we would have been all right, because we're at the top of the hill, and that would have been all downhill getting out of here. But then with that log over top, we would have had to get our chainsaws out and cut that log for him to get through. And it actually looks, from the video, if I don't know in editing, if I'll probably show it before this clip, but you'll see the log over the trail in the clip. It's kind of cool. So we've opted to turn around because we know it's all downhill out of here. I think part of the problem he's having is he's breaking trail. So the snow is kind of deep, so his front tires are trying to break trail at the same time. I'm in his tracks, so I'm going through it easier than he is. Okay, he's getting turned around now. So this is a cool trail. We definitely want to come back in the summer, but today we're going to turn around. just out here running the trails. Came in this 2-track here. See the white marks? Those are for the North Country Trail hikers, backpackers trail. But this is why we like to come out and explore these trails, because we weren't sure what we were going to get to, but we came up on this view. And as you can see by my tracks, while I'm looking at the scenery in the camera, I about fell down the damn hill. So yeah, this is what we like to get out here for, and just get out here, explore the trails, see what kind of views we can come up on, and this one's a good one. This one will be really nice in the fall when all the colors are out. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think on my dashboard, I think I've seen up to 43 degrees. So a nice winter day in Michigan. Another beautiful outlook over the river. Just a loop at the end of a trail. Maybe not a loop. Looks like it does go up the hill over there. I don't know if you can see that from here, but trail goes up the hill. I don't know if we can make it up that. Not in these conditions, but hopefully the sun ain't gonna drown this out. But I'm gonna give you another look at the river here. Alright, I'm saving these waypoints on Gaia. If you want the coordinates, check Patreon. You won't find them there because I'm not on Patreon. Like I said before, the ladies aren't with us, so these are great finds to bring them back out and show them these spots. And they're nice spots for camping, it looks like. Dispersed camping with the river right there. I think these are pretty nice spots, so we'll keep these in mind. Alright, so we found this cool spot, another loop at the end of a trail, and really cool view of the river back there. Comes in, the river comes in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it through the woods on the GoPro, but the river comes in right there, kind of veers out, comes back in over here, right along the bottom of this hill under us, and then veers away. And just a really nice open spot, but right through this gap we got the wind coming in on us, so we're trying to figure out if we want to set up here or run back up the trail a little bit. And there's another spot, and we might go check that one out, see if we like it better, and kind of decide between the two and get set up and start getting some dinner around. Right. The site we just came from is down the trail farther, so now we're looking at this spot here, See, nice big opening here, and the river is just right there. So this is pretty cool. Being that the wind was coming through that gap I showed you from the river, now we got all the woods blocking it. So I think we're gonna pull our Jeeps up right here, tucked in a little bit, so we're blocked from the wind, and then set our campfire on the other side of the Jeeps to even get a little bit more of a wind break. So I think we're gonna go with this spot here. Gonna get ourselves set up, but let me give you a little quick view of the river over here. Getting into sunset now. Sun's just sitting top of the trees, so we're gonna get set up and get comfortable and maybe make some dinner. Getting our Mickwig fire started. All right, so we found a good spot. We got set up and we're doing dinner. So since my adventure partner, my best friend, love of my life isn't here, my camp chef. Okay, my wife ain't here to cook for me, so I'm doing a mountain house. So just boiling up some water, gonna pour it in the mountain house for dinner tonight. Breakfast is gonna be basically the same. Boiling water for some oatmeal. So I miss having my camp chef here, obviously, because I'm not eating as good, but
Not eating as well.
we're getting it done in the smoke. Alright, so like I said, a little bit different setup this trip. As you can see, I'm in the back of the Jeep in the 0 degree bag, which is massive, so really bulky. I've got it folded in half. I'm laying on half and bundled up in my side, but so no Lisa with me, so I'm going to try to stay warm, bundled up in this by myself. So yeah, we sat around the campfire for a while, as you've seen, and now gonna try to crash, get some sleep. So good night.